Take me where you go. When the sun
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So as promised, here is finally part 2 of my sunscreen review. If you haven't watched part 1, I strongly think you should because I reviewed a total of 10 sunscreens in that video. So the link to it will be in the description box as well as in the card. So for today's review, I will be reviewing another 7 more sunscreens, and coincidentally all of them are K-beauty. So as usual, I will have my laptop down here with me so I can refer to the ingredient list, and without further ado, let's dive right into the very first one, which is the Klairs Soft Airy UV Essence. Once again, I gotta thank you guys for strongly suggesting and recommending me this sunscreen. So to begin, the highlight of this sunscreen is definitely the amazingly soft and smooth texture of it. It doesn't feel uncomfortable or thick on my skin, regardless of how much I apply onto my skin, because I do like to apply a huge dollop of sunscreen on my face every single day. Since this is a chemical sunscreen, it doesn't leave any white cast, which makes it perfect for layering. I suppose the pleasant texture of this sunscreen is due to the fact that this sunscreen contains a lot of emollients, which are substances that have properties that can help make the skin feel soft. Unfortunately, despite not having a strong scent, this sunscreen does contain 3 different essential oils, so it's definitely not a sunscreen I will be using long term. This sunscreen was actually my go-to sunscreen for about a month, and then I stopped using it because of the essential oils, because essential oils does create more inflammation in the skin gradually and over time. Previously in my sunscreen review, I talked about alcohols in sunscreens, and I think not too long ago someone actually left a comment telling me that alcohol is fine because it's there to stabilize or makes the sunscreen ingredient, something like that. I can't remember, but I just want to highlight again that ingredients such as drying alcohols and essential oils, they cause damage over time, and I'm not talking about a couple of months, I'm talking about years, like many years, because that is actually really one of the main causes of adult acne. You know, many people who had clear skin often blame their hormones or their diet or whatever for their adult acne, but actually it's mostly due to the fact that they have been using ingredients such as drying alcohols and essential oils in their skincare for many years. So I'm not here to stop anyone from using any products that they want, but I just want to remind you that whatever products that you choose to use right now will determine how your skin looks like in the future, because that's the whole point of skincare, right? You take care of it right now so you can preserve it or maintain how it looks for the future. Also, I want to say that all 7 sunscreens I will be mentioning today, they all do not contain drying alcohol, so drying alcohol is definitely not necessary in a sunscreen. The next sunscreen though is definitely one that I can see myself using long term, and it is the Purito Centella Green Level Unscented Sun. So this sunscreen is possibly one of the best sunscreens in the world, or at least in today's video. The sunscreen has a really similar texture to the one from Klairs, but if I really have to compare, I would say that the one from Klairs have a softer texture, but this is still very pleasant on the skin. In fact, I would say that these 2 sunscreens have one of the best texture and consistency as compared to all the other sunscreens I will be mentioning today in this video. So as I was saying, the sunscreen texture is still very pleasant on the skin. It also doesn't add any white cast, which makes it again perfect for layering if you're like me and like to put on a lot of sun protection. The sunscreen is free from all drying and sensitizing ingredients because it is unscented, so it is fragrance free and essential oils free, and because I have acne prone skin, I really love how this is also free from clogging ingredients such as oils. Other than that, I also love that this sunscreen contains soothing ingredients like centella and medicated, which can provide relief to sensitive or sensitized or irritated skin. So other than the fact that this one contains soothing ingredients while this one contains sensitizing essential oils, these 2 sunscreens are actually very similar because they are both chemical sunscreens, they both provide high UVA protection, and they both also contain a huge amount of emollients, which I think will be great for people with dry or dehydrated skin. Moving on to the next sunscreen, I've got the Klavuu UV Protection Revital Sun Essence. So reviewing this sunscreen was a little bit tricky for me because I only had the Korean ingredient list and I wasn't able to Google translate it. So based on my experience with this sunscreen and also my ability to translate like maybe half of the ingredient list, the sunscreen contains 3 different types of hyaluronic acid to provide extra hydration to the skin. It is formulated to have a really lightweight texture, which makes it great for wearing under makeup. Also because it has a really nice light glowy, slight brightening effect, which I'm sure you all know is very popular among Koreans. So seeing how small the tube is and also how small the tip is, I think that this sunscreen is better used as a primer layered on with stronger sunscreens. Personally, I do like the sunscreen because of the finish. I really like the slight glowy and brightening effect. I feel like it makes my skin look naturally healthier. And finally, the sunscreen's very last ingredient is fragrance. So if you do have sensitive and sensitized skin, I will recommend something else. The next product is a little bit special, and it is the Klavuu UV Protection Priming Sun Cushion. So when I first received this product from IS STM, I thought it was gonna be a cushion foundation with SPF, but turns out it's just a sunscreen in a cushion form. There's no coverage, no brightening effect whatsoever, so needless to say, this cushion is only for touch-ups. I will definitely not recommend you use this on its own because you will need at least a 1/4 teaspoon of sunscreen, and I do not know how many layers you need to apply if you're gonna try and achieve that amount with this cushion. Honestly speaking, I haven't actually used this much because I don't really have the habit of reapplying my sunscreen, but I feel like for those of you guys who do wear your makeup over your sunscreen and you know that you'll be out in the sun for most parts of the day, I do think that this is nice to have so you can touch up your sunscreen without ruining your makeup. And again, I only have the Korean ingredient list, so from what I was able to translate, I can say that this product does not contain any fragrance as well as oils, and so that makes it great for people with acne prone skin. Next, I've got 2 sun sticks. So the very first one is the Milky Piggy Sun Grade Block Stick from Elizavecca. Okay, so I don't know about you, but I have never heard of this brand prior to receiving this sunstick from IS STM, but apparently it is a K-beauty brand, and it also has a rather popular hyaluronic acid serum which only costs like $7. Anyway, I was really interested in this product because it was my very first sunstick, and also it came in a really cute packaging. So the ingredients in the sunscreen are surprisingly safe. I don't know why I was expecting essential oils, but this product is actually fragrance free and also oil free, and that is great news for people with acne prone skin. Unfortunately, I wouldn't say that the ingredients in this sunscreen are perfect because I'm not a huge fan of all the different plant and flower extracts, especially if you have sensitive or sensitized skin or very reactive skin. All the different plant and flower extracts can be irritating for you. So in terms of sunsticks, I wouldn't say that I am completely a fan right now because first of all, I feel like I'm not really used to the application method because I'm usually the kind of person who just likes to slap a whole dollop of sunscreen on my face. So with this sunstick, I'm always not sure how much I should apply, but I would say that this is really great for touching up your sunscreen if you do not wear makeup over your sunscreen, because this just makes it a lot more hygienic because you don't have to use your hands at all. You don't have to like blend it at all because it doesn't have any color. It feels very lightweight and smooth. So I feel like for me, this will definitely be more suitable for bringing it out, you know, touching up my sunscreen if I'm going to the beach, whatsoever. The next sunstick is the BRTC Centella Cica Sunstick. So I'm going to be completely honest with you and tell you that I did not use this sunscreen. So diving straight into the ingredient list, I love centella, and so based on the name of this product, I was expecting to find centella within like the first 10 ingredients, but nope. Centella was actually the 19th ingredient, and in addition, since this is a sunscreen, I was also expecting the first couple of ingredients to be sunscreen ingredients, but the sunscreen ingredient was actually the 11th ingredient. Apart from that, we've also got a bunch of fragrances that comes before the centella. So we've got lavender oil, Philippine orange peel oil, rosemary leaf oil, orange peel oil, and so there's just no way I'm gonna put this on my face. Towards the end of the list, there are finally some good ingredients like medicaicide, glycerin, but obviously what is the use when you have already excessively sensitized your skin with all the essential oils? So to conclude, I will not recommend this to anybody. So once again, I have saved one of the better ones for the last. So the very last sunscreen is the Etude House Sunjong Mal Defense Sun Cream. So I am just unhealthily obsessed with the entire Sunjong range, but It's just so good, especially for people with sensitive skin or dermatitis, because all of the products does not contain any drying alcohols or essential oils or fragrance. So for this sunscreen, I would say that the ingredients are pretty basic in a sense that it only contains what is necessary, along with a couple of soothing ingredients like medicassoside and green tea, which can also be found in most of the Sunjong products. I would say that the highlight of this product is that it contains zinc oxide as well as titanium dioxide, which are both really stable physical sunscreens that can provide broad spectrum coverage on both UVA and UVB rays. Unfortunately, the problem with physical sunscreen is that they often leave a white cast and they can be difficult to blend into the skin. So that can be problematic and also obvious if you were to apply a huge amount of this product onto your skin. Personally, with this product, I feel like it does still blend out nicely. You know, it's not streaky, but you do have to pay attention to how much you apply onto your skin. So for me, what I like to do is layer this on top of my chemical sunscreen, so I get extra protection and also I get the benefits of both chemical and physical sunscreen. So those are all the sunscreens I will be reviewing today. I think it's quite obvious already, but my favorite one is definitely the one from Purito. I actually received this quite long ago right now. I think just a couple of weeks after I posted my very first sunscreen review, Purito sent it to me. So thank you so much. I have been really enjoying this product. So I've come to the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And once again, this video is based on my personal experience as well as my own skin. And I do have acne prone and oily skin and slightly sensitized skin. So just treat this video as a guide to help you find the sunscreen that is most suitable for your skin. So as usual, if you have any sunscreen or skincare recommendations, do feel free to let me know in the comments below. I would love to know what you have been loving. And so I will see you really soon in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!
The electricity